What's up, everybody? Me again. Another update, sort of a continued update. Pete and I just met up over here after I went and got some propane stuff. Got a 2-stage automatic switchover regulator with a length of hose here for the tank in the back. I'm gonna exchange the shorter hose I got for another one in the front. I went over it with him, and instead of having this copper line come down through the floor of the bus, this is long enough that goes from the bottom of that regulator, which will be vertical like that. It's a long enough run to go up through the floor. I just need to get a bigger drill bit. It's about a 1-inch drill bit, so that's going to be expensive, but I go down through the top, bore out a bigger hole, and then run it along the wall, and I'll have access to that, which I will mask off and leave access to before spray foaming. So that's that part. And then let me show you what is next. Sorry about the noise. My fan's going. It's 1,000 degrees, so we're either gonna do this later tonight when it cools off, or tomorrow bright and early. We got our pump set up here. It's gonna be a pretty simple system. This blue line here is my back wall. I don't know if I went over this in the last video. But basically, I'm just gonna have the pump just inside our cubby of behind our bed. That's gonna come up, to probably about that high. But that way I'll have access through this back opening over here where I'm sitting. But basically, I've got a strainer on there meant for this pump. It's 55 PSI. Check valve going this way. So basically, our tank, if you look there, the bottom connection comes up and over into the pump through a strainer. So anything coming into the pump from the tank, if there's any sediment in there, will get caught in the strainer. If there's any pressure issues later with our running water running off of the pump off grid, then I'll know that this needs to be cleaned. Coming through there, check valve there so it doesn't backflow. Pressurizing our water heater, which has an outlet there, and then it tees off this way and also goes this way and pressurizes our system, our shower and our 2 sinks. So that is pretty much run. I have this tubing here that's going to be for my vent, which is on the bottom of this box. I've got this big piece here that I'll cut down just for a small slope. I've got the hole cut out. I need to mount that in place, but I'll leave it there for now just to protect it. So that's my gravity fill going from there to there. Our water system, off-grid water system that's being pumped, is getting pumped, sucked up through here. It's a pretty short run. It's about 4 or 5 feet. They recommend a little closer, but I think that'll be fine. If not, I'll have to move the pump over here somewhere. And then on this side, I've got a fill, basically. So my fill is gonna tee from here into this line, and then it basically, that's pressurized, okay? So it pressures back to the system, back to the water heater, and comes hot out of here. And then also flows this way, the cold water, to my system. So that's all pressurized. I'll have a regulator on there. And then I'm gonna tee basically from here into that same line. And if you see it, it tees off here and goes around in a closed loop that I have a valve to. So that valve, that's really long right now. It's gonna get buried in my closet where I have access to it. But basically I'll be able to lift the bed up from right here, visually inspect the tank, hit that valve while we're connected to a garden hose city pressure, fill the tank. As soon as the tank is full, kick the valve over, and the whole system's pressurized already. So that's two-way using this tank and city water. Also, we'll have a gravity fill there with a vent over here that's going to connect to that. I'll have another vent underneath, which is this vent, a bigger one, more for that type of use under the bus. It's basically this thing. So inline vent will go into the tank. I'll probably tee it up so it's facing upwards, but that's for outside. I still need to connect my drains outside. But basically, this valve is set. It's closed, so that's able to receive pressure. These have these sink ends on them. They're able to receive pressure. Over here in the bathroom sink area, those have sink adapters too, so those can get pressurized. The only thing left that I have to do, my propane. This is for the stove, the back of the oven, with the cutoff valve. Runs all along the wall here. The loops over here, we ran out, so basically without kinking the soft copper and leaving it kind of just hanging in there safely, I've got to put a coupler here and start again and run it down, and then either take that board off and make a hole and tee out, or maybe just have it loop up real tight to that wall there into the back of the water heater. So I got 12 foot more of this copper. I need about 10.5 feet, but better safe than sorry. That's that. And okay. Lots going on in the bus, lots going on. I'm sweating like a beast, but I'm very excited. Check this thing out. Oh, you like that. This is gonna be my shower setup. Sorry about the sun. Here we go. So, got my outdoor shower box here. It's not fastened in yet, but I basically got an idea of how I'm gonna seal that up and everything. And I'm gonna get some two-ended, like threaded just studs that I'll screw into here, and then I can just wing nut the front of it with some of those big heavy-duty plastic wing nuts. So this is removable here. I'll put a clamp around that, obviously. I've got my line coming up and over, and an actual beautiful shower head. It's adhered with this union here to this piece of wood with some wood screws. Got a clamp there, and if you see that, that's just a clamp. So that's good for our outdoor shower. I may get the same sort of system with this clear tubing because I like it. It's a little bit more flexible and stuff. This is the original tubing that came with our old outdoor shower, but with this faucet that we're using for now. I have a replacement if this leaks for any reason. I'll replace it with a metal one that's a little heavier, but basically I can get a hose, quick disconnect garden hose, or use this or something like that. Have a little hook to leash the dogs to, and that way put a little spray gun on the end of it and have spray gun capabilities to wash the dogs. Also, I can get like a 100-foot hose with a quick disconnect garden hose style that'll go all the way around the bus, and where we're allowed, when needed, we'll be able to wash the bus using our outdoor shower outlet. So yeah, this is the shower head that came in the kit for the mixer valve. Is the only thing I needed. I needed that and the cartridge, and it's just cheaper to buy the whole set than whatever. So if our big rain head shower thing doesn't work in the bathroom, we'll put this Moen one, which is a lot nicer, in the shower, and we'll bring that big giant one out here. But this is basically, you know, mountable, this piece of wood. I can put it anywhere on the bus as long as my hose is long enough to get to this, or to maybe get to my sink. I'll put a threaded thing on there. Anyway, I'm talking a lot because this is exciting. This is exciting to be to this point. I will have propane hooked up soon. I'll have the ability to cook, to heat water. My water is going to be set up on a two-way system, so we have off-grid capability with the water. And then after that, I mean, we'll be building this thing, but if I can just stick an air mattress in here and we find a campground that allows schoolies that are yellow, you know, pretty soon here we might do some test runs in this thing, or a state park without connections, primitive camping, because we'll have a water tank full of water and drainage capabilities that aren't drained onto the ground. We'll have generator power, and if we do have 30 amp or even a 15 amp service, we can piggyback that in and do some serious camping, you know, and see what we need, see how we like the space, see if we change anything or love anything or whatever. So I can't wait to get this thing you know, pressurized and running hot water both inside and outside. Two sinks, a bathroom and a kitchen sink. Yeah, might as well go for it, you know. Well, it looks like we are gonna work this evening and try to get that water running. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm over here at Pete's, waiting for him to come back out. He said if I buy him beer and give him a ride there and back from his house over here, he would help me tonight. So happy about that. And there's still more that I could get his help with, but I'm very happy right now to be getting this part done. Been waiting forever for this. Anyway, see you over the bus. Pretty sure you're through. Or is that the other one? No, you're through. Flare guy. You just bottom that thing out?
Yep.
Well, that's easy.
Here, you can do the next one.
No thanks. It's not easy like that. It's easy like you can't screw it up.
Oh yeah, you can.
All right, yeah. Yeah, light's bright.
You know, the other day we were here, and I didn't even realize it was dark out because there was so much light in here.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's it. We got a union for a real bendy piece of copper.
Okay, that's that. Let's go do this one. I might as well do this.
Yeah, tee it. You're in a flaring kind of mood, it looks like.
Well, I was gonna flare it out.
If that was ever a thing.